Michael, I do want to move on only because I don't want the whole hour to be this, right? There will no doubt be most of the week will be about this, but still, and rightly so, right? Does this change some of the politics, right? Where if you're Anthony Albanese and you're trying, there's pretty obvious where he wants to go and he sees what he sees today, does he not see that as the window now, or he's going to drag it out and play the slow ball and pretend on the 28th of August that's when he's decided to do what we all know he's going to do?
So, mate, there's a reason the left demonstrate, because in the end, weak Western governments cave in to mass demonstrations.
Fair point.
And they've been doing it ever since the Vietnam War. And, these demonstrations go on, and that's the left's way of winning debates. And you get governments like poor old Macron in France, he caves in, and then Starmer, whose country is a complete mess, he caves in. The Canadian leader caves in to these extremes. Albanese can say, "Oh, this is a mass demonstration. This is what the people want, and we're going to." He's going to recognise Palestine, which would be extraordinarily premature, because we don't know where Palestine is. We don't know who will run it. We don't know any of the things that are preconditions to the recognition of a state that was set down almost 100 years ago in that convention. But he's of the left. He's always been a Palestinian supporter, as has Wong. So of course he'll cave in on this, and he'll claim. That's why this demonstration was there today. This demonstration was effectively there solely to pressure Albanese and to intimidate people. And what it does, it means that the Jewish community in this country live in fear, and that is disgusting. That is disgusting, and that's happened on Albanese's watch.
Lock up everyone who's anti-Semitic, no problem. But I do think at a very human level, if I feel sad for those who are Kurdish or Palestinian or other groups in the Middle East who got bugger all out of the carve-up post-World War II. It's not easy. These conflicts are not easy to solve, but it's okay to have a human kind of reaction to people.
As we all feel for the Israeli population.
We do.
After
You've got to feel for at a human level.
Yeah. All right, Michael, I promise this is the last word.
The UN partition in 1947 gave the Palestinians land, my friend. The next day they invaded Israel. That's what happened. And Israel fought them off and won. So don't say the Palestinians did badly out of the UN partition. They did exceptionally well, but they didn't want a Jewish state. And the problem is the Palestinian leadership occasionally say Arafat in the end and Mahmoud Abbas say, "Oh, we support Israel's right to exist." The Palestinian extremists do not believe in a two-state solution. They believe in a one-state solution, which involves the eradication of Israel and the killing of Jews. Now, that's what they're on about.
I was going to talk about productivity. I was going to talk about unions. I was going to talk about net zero. But we've only got time now. We've done all of that. So let's get to our bold predictions for the week ahead. Darren Barnett, what's definitely happening in the next 7 days?
I think that what you're suggesting is true, that this protest today will lean towards more favourable commentary from senior levels of the government to recognise a Palestinian state.
Yep. Your thoughts, Michael? Definitely this week?
No, it might be a week or so after that. The productivity summit being set up by the Labor government, unless the business community stands firm, stands up, they're going to get monstered like they did at the job summit, mate.